The speaker would like to take this opportunity to a bird just landed on the window looking in. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's not letting me speak. To set the record straight. You see, a couple have asked for perspective ways of interacting with other beings, and realistically that's impossible because we're all one, you see. So what the speaker is speaking about now is within you, and when you're speaking, whatever you are is within I. There is no separation between I. Apart from the ego state that creates this separate I, which is identity. Now, before I go and give you a really beautiful, enlightening story that happened a couple of days ago, I want to make a point. There is no permanent state of enlightenment. There is no permanent state of non-duality, duality. There is no permanent state of happiness, freedom, liberation. There is no permanent state. Because these states are arising from the consciousness that one is. You are before enlightenment, the idea of enlightenment, that believing factor that it exists as something higher than eating or smiling. Please, no speaker that identifies with themselves as a teacher or a guru, or no listener that identifies themselves as a person or a scientist or a journalist or as a joiner, are doing no favours to discovering the truth that one is. The speaker does not point at enlightenment, does not point at non-duality, does not point at awakening, does not point at anything other than the being that one is, where all states of enlightenment arises from. The body has states. The mind has made identities to these states. They call them pain and pleasure. The body only experiences good and bad, apparently, to the mind. But really, the body is far more intellectual, far more wise than what the mind makes out. The body is an incredible piece of science, of biology. And you created it. But you give ownership to the God, or to the scientists, or to the surgeons, or to the names and identities. Do you really want to be enlightened? Do you really want to add another story onto your CV? Or do you want to remove the CV? Because enlightenment means everything goes. That's what it means. Enlightenment means everything goes. Everything must include everything. My information, my knowledge, my identity, my experiences, my stories, my past, my attachments, my associations, my beliefs, my hopes, my thoughts must go. But you don't want to surrender them, you see. And quite rightfully so. Because the speaker that really experiences truth knows you will make the decisions, but not your mind, not your brain, not your body. You will make the decisions when you want to be free of anything, because you are that observer, that true observer, that true one that recognizes with no effort pure love. Do you have to recognize through a movie, through a scene, through a death of the body or a birth, that true love exists? The ego does. The ego needs that affirmations, because the ego is not true to the pure love that you are. The ego is an app, a mechanical way of trying to identify something that feels as if it's out there, or if it's in here. But in fact it is that wants to identify, but not what is out there or what is in here. It wants to identify itself as the identifier. Any speaker that points to you and tells you how to become non-dual, how to become enlightened, how to become any other quality other than what you are now, because that's what you are. You're experiencing qualities. Are you not? Are you not experiencing your day in particular measurements, particular qualities? Yes, it was a good start to the day. I felt really good. Then I ate some food. I felt a bit kind of sick, and then I felt as though I wanted to go for a run, and then I felt after that I would like to sit down, and then I felt, you know what, I'm bored, I need to do something, and then I felt tired. Associations, names, identities. But it's only right that the speaker informs you of that what it is. The speaker is not a person, not a soul, not a spirit, not a saint, not a guru, not a teacher. This speaker has no sense of identity. Do you understand that? That is very important you understand that. Because these names that the speaker gave before, saying no sense of identity, were identifications. So the speaker is not saying it's not here existing as whatever it is. The speaker is saying it's not existing as names and identities. It's not existing as a man, because a man is a name. The mind does not want to return to primitive ways. Well, if we don't have names, how can we get on? That's true. In contemporary life, you will not survive growth, dependability, relationships. being a home owner without a name, without an identification. If that's what you want, that's what you are. That's what you get. And there's nothing wrong with being a person, a human, that seeks enlightenment. But seriously, don't take it serious. Because the mind that takes it serious cannot cope with the seriousness of itself. I want to get enlightenment. I'm going to get enlightenment. And that mind will confront the mirror like Eckhart Tolle did, like the speaker did, like U.G. Krishnamurti did, not in a glass mirror, but in a moment with Jiddu Krishnamurti. Will experience that profound, I'm not accepting this. I am not accepting what I see. I'm not accepting what I know. I'm not accepting what I hear, what I smell, what I touch. I is not accepting you for what you are. You deny that you are this body. You deny that you are this person, this name. And that's all that takes place. Do I not exist as a form? What does not exist is a sense of the form, is the sense of the name, is the sense of the identity, the sense of being a person, the sense of being separate, the sense of being a unit, a component. In our egoistic world, that's very important. It's very important to be a component. Because that component will end up in a wooden box, and that component will end up in the fire or in the ground, and that component will end up in Wikipedia, and that component will end up being forgotten about. And that's the aim of being here as a human, to forget about what you are. To not fall into the trap of being something other than what you are. You're not even a body. You're not even a soul. You're not even a spirit. You'll never experience enlightenment. You'll never experience anger, pain, pleasure, and everything, because you are not any of these components. You are the creator of your own components. You are the creator of life. But something says, let's make a story out of this. Let's make a game out of this. Let's pretend there's a God that makes something out of life. Let's pretend that they have to go through this game, this birth, this marriage, this parentage, this employee, this businessman, this king, this queen, and then they die. What a great story. Please do not ridicule anything in this world. The speaker will not ridicule anything. The speaker will not ridicule anything that has happened in history, because it's a component of a story that is for most essential. Essential. But for those who want to end the story, it is sensual. This body is not a teacher, not a guru, not a saint. This body is not anything other than what it is, a body. And it's not even the name body. It is before that. It is consciousness arising within itself, as one whole consciousness arises within itself, to create multiple stories, multiple ways, multiple ideas, multiple concepts, multiple experiences. Many years ago I mentioned, I don't know why, life is like a roller coaster ride. And you can go on the front seat and take ownership of the ride and think that you're leading. And then you can go on the back seat, and say, well, you know what, I'm not ready to move forward yet. I'm going to stay in the back. And you can go in the middle seats and say, well, you know what, I don't know what leadership is. I don't know what being led is. I'm learning. I'm the learner in the middle seats. When the ride is removed, what remains? Do you remain? Which seat do you take? Where do you go? Can the ride be removed? Do you have a mind that can choose? What will your choice be? Who is that what is taking a seat on the ride? Is it my body? Is it my name? Is it the soul? Is it the spirit? Is it the father, the son, the girl that I am? Is there someone or something getting on the ride? And is there something or someone getting off the ride? Or is everything just one big ride? I'm not a teacher, because that what teaches is ego. That what heals is ego. The very important factors in a physical world. We need a healer in a physical world. We need a surgeon. We need that what continues the body. I can only tell you that the body is the most vital tool that you will ever experience. And it's not about using this body to find enlightenment. It's not about using this body to find any experience out with being alive. But you have the opportunity with a mind to experience so many things about separate qualities of life, different qualities, different measurements, different ways, different methods, different practices, different associations and attachments, different beliefs, different hopes. We can utilize the body to make something out of this world. Or we can be just here. We can just be presence and observe. One of the things I like about Eckhart Tolle is he reflects the observer. That little old monk that just observes. That reacts to life in a very spontaneous and natural way. Not looking, not seeking, not searching, not wanting awakening, enlightenment, because that what has been awakened and enlightenment knows that that's not the way to go. Most genuine enlightened beings, if they're honest, will say, my God, I wish I didn't have to go through that 7 years of bliss. 7 years of not being part of a family. 7 years of dementia, Alzheimer's state. Albeit incredibly, profoundly beautiful. Why can we not just be ourselves, genuine? Yeah? Appearing presence. I want to leave you with the most profound story that really puts everything into its rightful place for those on this apparent journey. And it happened 2 days ago. Please excuse any laughter or any associations with the experience, but it's so beautiful, it's so profound. This body very aptly was in front of a roller coaster ride. A real roller coaster ride. Which I love. Because it's so freedom, so liberating, so out of control. And I went up to pay the ticket to get onto this very, very fierce ride. And the lady said, I said, I want to go on the ride. She says, have you got a mobile? Where is your identification? And someone had warned me, you'll need your mobile phone. So I took my mobile phone out. She says, yeah. Can you scan a picture of you under the screen so that I can allow you on the ride? I wanted to say, can you not see me? Is there something wrong with your eyesight? You don't need a picture. I'm here. I am here. But then something beautiful said, you're not here. That's what they think you are. You're invisible. You're nothing. You're emptiness. You're vast, infinite space. And you know that. And I felt so profoundly free again. And I said to her, can you not see me? Hoping she would say no. Meaning, I'm gone. I don't exist. And she said, I need to see you on the phone. My ego. This is me on the phone. That what wants to go on the roller coaster ride is pure, is free, does not need identification. It does not need association and attachment to the person behind the screen. Mid-technical ways are helping us acknowledge each other as free, liberating spaces with apps of ego coming and going in front of a screen. Here I am, there I am, look, that's me. No association with me. I'm free. This is me that is free. This is freedom expressing itself in a world of free, liberating space that reflects that what I am. But this is me, the ego, that has been taken out of me and put under the screen. And the funny thing is, the mobile phone did not go on the ride. The picture of me did not go on the ride. The picture that person, that other ego app associated with, did not go on the ride. In case it fell out of the pocket. So I left it in a bag. And this body went on the ride. This body that was not accepted to go onto this ride went on the ride. That's a subtle difference. Are you on the ride or are you off the ride? If you're on the ride, with no name, with no identification, you're on the ride. But if you're off the ride, you're caught in some identification, mobile phone, interacting with other identification mobile phones. I'm not using the mobile phone as the only source of ego. Any name identification that does not involve this, that, what is perceived with the eyes, that is what is tasted by this, the mouth, heard by these ears, touched by these fingers, is an idea, is a conceptual way. So is enlightenment. Can you hold enlightenment in your hand? Can you hold non-duality in your hand? Can you hold logic, racism, words that are pathetically made up by a mind to create conflict? But within this conflict of yourself, not within the conflict of the world, within the conflict of yourself, you'll realize I'm not anything other than what I am. Enlightenment can come and go. Non-duality can come and go. Pain and suffering can come and go. Birth and death can come and go. But that what I am, truly am, can it come and go? Can it come and go? I don't want to be a teacher to you. I want you to teach yourself. I want you to teach yourself about you. I want you to recognize yourself as that what you are. Boundless love, boundless life, incredible presence and awareness that has the ability to create an app, hundreds of apps, hundreds of ways of experiencing. But to fully know that I am not the experience. I am not that what is experienced. I am not even the experiencer. I am that what lies before everything. I am consciousness, whole. I am God to myself as that. I'm going through the scanner. I don't understand why she didn't take the mobile phone and put it on the roller coaster seat. And I was put in the baggage place. I don't understand it, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm so grateful for the theme park attendant for not recognizing me as that what the mind thinks is me. Om Namaste.